This is a quick tutorial on how to send out email campaigns from Mothernode CRM. So what we are going to do, we're going to send out a one-off email to a mass group of people, and those people can be either contacts, customers, or leads and opportunities. Are all defined by you. Now, just to be clear, this is going to be sending one email to a mass group of people. If you're interested in lead nurturing, then you're going to want to see the follow-up sequences, and those are basically a group of emails that are sent out over specific periods of time on specific dates and so forth. So we're going to be sending out one email to everybody. Now, the one thing you'll want to know is that if you haven't done this yet, you want to look at the videos on how to create email templates, because that's where you actually have to start. If you haven't seen those videos yet, stay tuned. They will play right after this video in a playlist. So let's start here. How do we get to the email campaigns? Well, we're going to go to marketing, and we're going to click on email campaigns, and it's going to take us to this page. The first thing that we see in this list is going to be all email campaigns that are in draft format. They have not been sent. These are ones that we're working on, and we haven't sent them yet, okay? So a couple things that we can do while we're working here is we can edit them. We can come back to these. We can duplicate one we're working on and have a second one that could be a reminder email that comes out. So I don't have to really recreate the template. If I want to reuse a template that I have and just change some of the subject headings, etc., I can blast out another one. And of course, I can delete any ones that I don't want to use anymore. That also goes for ones that may have been sent that I just want to clear out. I don't want to have them hanging around. All right, next thing to note across the top here is we have queued, sending. Everything has 0 in here, and of course the number of sent, these are the ones that have successfully sent, okay? Now back over here to sending and queued, what you can do is that once these emails are queued up to be sent, you can actually stop them. So if there's a typo or a mistake, or you wanted to postpone the sending, you can just go ahead and stop those. Now you cannot stop ones that have already gone, but they get queued up in volleys, and basically you can prevent some from being sent or catch them up front and just stop them. So you have a little bit of a grace period there. Okay, so let's get started. Across the top here, what are we looking at? We can start a brand new campaign, which we will do in a moment. If you want to look at templates and get into creating those templates, you can do them directly from the campaigns, create a brand new template, whatever your message is, and then get it ready for that campaign. So go back here to campaigns. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click new campaign. So for the sake of time, I'm going to populate this, and we'll talk about what you see. All right, let's take a look at the details in step 1. This is the setup. So the first field that we have over here is the campaign name, something we want to have that identifies the campaign that is going to be sent out. We also have a description down below, and this helps us differentiate one campaign for another where there's a couple of like properties, like qualities, maybe similar graphics, that sort of thing. So this helps us distinguish this one from all the others. And then, of course, we have who this is coming from. Now, in this case, we're putting it from a person. This can also be from a department, a team, whatever that is. You can have customer service, sales, that sort of thing. Any sort of program that you're running, you can use that name. That's not relevant to being tied to an actual person. And then we also have the from address, so it's got to come from, either, again, this can be a person or a distribution list. So it could be sales at yourcompany.com, more info at yourcompany.com, customer service, etc. You can have a BCC. That means that this address will be copied. Again, it could be distribution list that's BCC'd when the campaign goes out. However, one of the things that we actually recommend too is to set up you and maybe some of your colleagues as contacts that are part of every single campaign that goes out, so you can experience what the customers are experiencing when the campaigns are delivered to their inbox or also delivered to yours. And then finally, we want to put in a catchy subject. Fall's biggest savings are coming to you. We want to try and get people to be interested in what the email has to say. Now, the final step down below, you have a couple. This is the most often used, is the run as soon as possible, meaning that when you're ready to blast this out, it is going to be queued up ASAP to go out. Now, you have a couple other options. You can also queue it to basically say X days before a calendar date. So it'll actually sit in the queue and wait to go out before a specific calendar date. Okay, so you can have the event date, number of days before, etc. So a good example would be Thanksgiving's right around the corner. You want to put something in the queue that just a couple of days before, send out Happy Thanksgiving to all of your customers, and then of course it lets them know your availability during the holiday season, and when you'll be back at work, when you'll be back in the office, available to resume normal business activity. The next one down below is also, you can do it directly on a specific calendar date. So if you're doing something that's a reinforcement, let's just say you're doing a 4th of July sale, and you've had some that were queued up before that, and now you actually have some that want to fall on that particular day as a reminder for people to get out and come and see you. That is a great opportunity for you to do that and put that in there. All right, so once you're done with all of this, you can save it. If you want to return to it later on, you can see that you'll be able to save and exit at any time, but we want to go forward, so we're going to click next. All right, so in the second step, we're in the design phase, and what we're doing is we're taking the template that we want to use with this particular campaign. So we can use we can either go through here and use some of our different categories to help whittle down the templates we want to see. But in this instance over here, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom here. I think I have I have quite a bit of templates. That's why we use the categories to filter that down. I'm going to go here to my landscape fall promotion, and I'm going to click load. Okay, simple as that. If you want to change it, go over here, spring promotion, do this. We're going to go back here to the fall promotion, keep in line with what our demo is about here. Okay, so now I've loaded this up, and you can see that I have my template to use, and now I can move on to the next step. Click next. Okay, so over here what's going to happen is that this is where I'm determining of my contacts who it is that's going to be receiving this. Now, the one thing that you can do, we recommend that you actually do, is prepare your list up front within the contacts module, and then you can save those, and then you can access those saved searches over here. So if you're familiar with making saved searches for contacts, you can go ahead and do that. You'll have access to that from this area here. So for instance, if I want to look at my Canadian customers, I had a save search. I can pull that up over here, then I can say, 21 emails are added, and that's how many I have within my Canadian customers. If I didn't do that, rather than having to go to the contacts to do this, I can just go over here and go edit save searches. So once I do that, I have the power of all of my save search capabilities, okay, right here. So I can go ahead and create an advanced search. I can make it as basic or as complex as I want it to be, and as I choose different fields, it's going to filter down. I click search, it'll filter down on that, etc. But what I want to do is that, because I want to use this in the future, I just don't want to use it this one time, I want to go here and click save search. And when I do that, I give it a name, and it'll be available up here in this list. Okay, so I won't do that. I'm going to use my Canadian customers, click cancel here, and I'll just close this window. Go back over here to do my Canadian customers, and you can see it pulls them up here. Now, one thing to note, depending on how big your list is, it could take several seconds for this list to populate. If you're sending out to 30,000 people, it'll say please wait. It could take anywhere between 30 to 40 seconds for this processing of all those contacts to be completed. Okay. The other thing I can also do is I have marketing tags that I can use. They're basically the same as many of the other parameters I could find within the contact records. But if you have marketing tags, include this person in holiday greetings, that sort of thing, then you can just basically pull these ones up and it'll override that. And now I don't have any that are in here as well. But that's where the marketing tags come in if you want to just basically, if you're tagging your contacts when you either import them or you add them. All right, so let's go over here. We're done. We can save the list again if we want to. We want to move forward, and we're basically done here. So we have a from, we have a subject, we have 21 recipients, and we have content. So we can go ahead and send this, put it in the queue, get it to go, or we can test it. So in this case here, if we click test, it'll show up in our inbox in a few minutes. All right, here it is. Fall's biggest savings are coming to you. So open this up, and here we have our email marketing template that came out to us. All right, so everything's good to go. We're happy with this. We can go back over here to the campaign, just jump to step 4, click send, and you're off.
Need more help? Visit our YouTube channel for more videos, and be sure to subscribe or check out our online knowledge base at support.mothernode.com.